wish I could roll my R's. Howdy. Ooh. Is that what it is?
Yep.
Is that a roll in R?
Are we recording? I think that's really, really good. You can't say burrito.
Burrito.
Wow, you can't say Florida.
No, I can't roll my R's. I don't know. I literally have no clue how I can taco my tongue.
No, do you have some form of tongue paralysis?
No, I can taco my tongue. I can do something that only about 10% can do.
Yeah, I'm doing it right now.
No, I'm doing it better than you are.
Oh, you're doing it better than me.
Yes.
Well, this is taco
This is
tongue.
also a radio show, but if you,
I like the silence, a little moment of silence. You can hear the clicky clack of the saliva in his mouth.
it's like a little home for a taquito.
That's too small. As far as I'm concerned, it's too small of a taquito.
I watched a YouTube video of a guy who was addicted to taquitos.
That's called being a fat fuck, like we
He
are.
wasn't as fat as you would think.
But this is us.
Yeah.
I'm addicted to Mexican food too.
No, but all he eats is taquitos. He said in 2018, the first time the taquito dust touched his tongue,
I mean, I get
he
it.
had like a brain. It was like a.
So what do you mean by taquito? Because there's Takis. There's Takis. Which
I think Taki.
Yes,
that's
different.
Taki. I'm sorry, but the Taki is a derivative chip form of a taquito.
I feel like that is a whole the
that's
letters
true.
we're gonna receive.
No, that is true.
Just on that one statement.
The fattest thing you could ever do, sucking sour cream with a straw that is a Taki.
Ooh, honestly, that's not a bad
I
idea.
bet you it would taste good.
Oh, yeah.
Because it would pick up the dust.
Oh yeah, because that was one of my favorite things at the creek. Were the taquitos.
Oh,
That
they
was
were
my favorite.
very good.
But they really just were a vessel for sour cream and guacamole. Because I still am like that with. I'm not big on taquitos.
And you know what it is?
Because I like the fresh meat.
Isn't it weird how when you cube something, it tastes different than tomato? I don't want to bite into a tomato, but you cube that tomato, you give it that Taco Bell treatment. I love a bunch of cubed tomatoes, bro.
You just you like.
But I like the
place.
texture of it. But
So
I don't like a tomato. Like, I don't eat tomatoes.
So I could put you at the end of like a sous chef line and you'd be fine. Like just eating so if we
One
went
for me, one for you.
Yeah, and then you would just eat the scoops of cubed
Buddy,
tomatoes.
that's what I did when I worked the line. I was a sous chef at Wendy's.
You were a sous chef at Wendy's. Yeah.
What's up, everyone?
Wow.
Welcome to Side Stories. Ben hanging out with Henry.
Yeah.
Also, we have to sing happy birthday, Chris Watts, the family and
Oh, we really do. I think about him all the time.
Wow.
And you know what? There's been a big deal because Chris Watts saying they're not going to give him any special treatment for his birthday. So happy birthday to you.
Mr. President.
Happy birthday.
Mr. President.
Chris, we're thinking of you. You know
Also-
who I'm also thinking of is that fucking bitch. We got her. Lori Vallow, guilty on all counts.
Dude.
No reaction. She heard and then she went her new mugshot. You showed it to me. We're talking back and forth.
Piggy tails.
She immediately put the pigtails on. She is moisturized, unbothered, in her lane, does not care, moving forward, already thinking of the branding opportunities.
Yeah, I know life can be hard.
It is.
For
It is.
women.
It is.
But I'm going to say this. I think she's going to have a great time. I think that she's going to live her best life.
Well, people
because
are gonna flip
without
for
a
her.
doubt. Yes, people will flip for her. She will have her own mini cult in prison.
Who knows?
She will. Yes, and she will also be getting her. Speaking of tacos, her sour cream is going to be very well consumed.
Do you think that
without
they in
a
prison,
doubt.
like it's in prison, like you know how like in man prison you have to fight the biggest guy you see? Do you think
Myth.
there you have
Myth.
to eat the biggest clit? Like you
think
have to
so.
fight. All the
Well,
girls
look
got
at
to
the-
show clits, and then whoever got the biggest clits, like Queen of the Rock.
Look at the difference between the shows. Oz. Orange is the new black.
Yeah, it is different.
The biggest
But they were
problem in
written by-
Orange is the New Black is the toilet is overflowing.
I feel like
How
this
can we
is-
have sex in the shower?
This is all
And in
very
Oz-
complicated issue.
No, it's not. In Oz, everyone was getting reamed in the A until they bled and cried.
It was also it was television.
They were
And it
both
was
TV.
made to it was television, but Oz is all about how scary prison was.
I've watched so many prison shows, and I'm sorry. Lady Prison, sign me up for a day.
We're gonna fucking
Sign me up for a day.
God, just the emails. First of all, we already get enough emails from jail that ask for your hand in marriage. That I don't
Yes.
even know. I
Number one, distance, my specialty.
Yes, very
Number
much so.
two, I don't think they do conjugal visits anymore.
I actually thought that they could put their butt up against the hole in a wall.
Like a Japanese game show?
It doesn't work like that.
Smells like a felon. Smells like armed robbery.
This girl, guilty of Grand Theft Auto.
Nice.
Incredible stuff. But Lori Vallow's going to jail. They're already saying, actually, there was some reaction to her going to jail already. People are saying that she's going to be checked pretty hard. I was reminded, because we watched so much footage. I was basically a juror. Guilty is what I screamed every time I was watching.
The worst juror possible, because throughout the trial you were screaming guilty.
She's guilty!
And then you thought she was guilty, which I did as well. But
she's guilty!
I really don't think we should ever be on any juries because we have a thing called opinion.
We do. But she was, again, nonplussed when she was told the verdict. They're saying she might get checked in jail. But I was watching Dateline. They had a whole new hour and 20-minute recap of a bunch of stuff that they got from the trial.
Dateline treatment.
I love it. I love it. Keith Morrison just being like, and that's the most incredible thing I've ever heard. Like, he's so funny. He's just a funny little guy. He's got funny ideas. He makes little quips.
He's the only voice I want to hear post-mortem.
Oh, yeah.
I sent you that article where Tom Hanks said, I want to work in AI after I'm dead. No, you're dead. You're gone. Stop taking my jab. Because you know how Tom Hanks and I are competing for the same
every
word.
time. You should have been Geppetto.
Keith Morrison.
God, you would have been an incredible Geppetto.
If there was just one voice that was all consuming, Keith Morrison.
Sure.
He's the best.
I love his voice. He's got that dry sense of humor. He's very curious.
He is.
But if you watch that again, I just forget that Lori Vallow had such a, people believed her. When the cops
mainstream media
up that case. So
they did.
Thoroughly. They all just looked at
this. They were horny.
They looked at this woman and they're like, there's no way this beautiful woman could possibly be a murderer. They just let her get away with They let her get away with multiple murders, 5 murders. The interrogation footage of when she's going in after Charles Vallow is dead. And she is just saying these funny stories about how oh yeah, my daughter had to threaten him with a bat because he's a monster. You know how that is. She's joking with the woman and the police officer. It is unbelievable how far she got. I need to just tap some of that pure white woman confidence. She is just the power that she had to just roll over people.
Really is.
Everybody just thought that she was great.
Well, also, we have Central Park 2.0 going on in New York City because they need more drama over a city bike. I watched some footage of that. The power of the white lady tears.
I don't know.
That was a very interesting case where a woman started crying because she tried to steal somebody's bike, and then people were like, well, you're stealing her bike, and then they're like, no, she's stealing our bike. Anyway, what I'm saying is the fake tears can go a long way.
Well, she wasn't. It was the opposite. She was not crying. She did this thing where she acted like all of these stories about this so-called abusive husband that she's really, really afraid of and how he held terror over her whole family. She's laughing. It would be a relatable story, it's a Jim Gaffigan bit where she's doing that.
Nothing more relatable than that. Kill my kids.
What?
Kill my kids.
What was that? Is that the little Jim Gaffigan voice that voice comes back?
My kids.
Oh, that little Jim Gaffigan voice. You got to stop telling me to kill my family in such a funny and ingratiating style.
That was a brilliant bit, the way that Jim Gaffigan came up with that. So there you go. Chris Watts also working as a custodian, which is a job too good for him.
Oh, yeah, you're back to Chris Watts.
But so Chris Watts, Lori Vallow.
Chris Watts is going to be in jail. Lori Vallow is going to be in jail for 100 years. Chad Daybell's fucking trial's not till 2024.
Wow, so they really separated that.
Well, and it's very interesting because the defense was trying to throw him under the bus, but Lori never took the stand, which shows in some way she's keeping kayfabe. She believes on some level.
She believes it. I guess it ain't kayfabe.
The way in my mind, she rolled into prison straight up thinking Moroni is going to arrive. He's going to crack open the top of this room. He's going to save me.
What if he did?
I'm the goddess. I'm the one with the coochie with no hoochie. I'm the one out there just messing things up with Idaho with my 2 perfect niners.
Well, she's going to have a lot of hoochie because, as we also learned from those fantastic TV shows, Pruno, which I really want to try. Prison wine.
You keep bringing this up. Do you seriously bring this up?
Supposed to make you go blind. White lightning.
SideStoriesHelpPOTL@gmail.com. I actually would really appreciate your best recipe for Pruno. If anybody has made
it's whatever's in the prison kitchen.
I want to hear some toilet wine recipes.
No, that's a myth.
We're going to do a full taste testing with Ben Kissel. Because
Can't taste any worse than this fucking rock star.
he is obsessed with Pruno. He's brought it up again and again and again.
Try it.
We need to, this storyline, let's give the people what they want.
Well,
because they want you to try Pruno. They want to see you
We're not
throw
making
up.
Pruno in the studio.
It's too late. It is now
It's just not happening.
Side stores, lpotl@gmail.com.
We're a fully functioning business.
I'll give you the Kissel's home address, and I'll tell you where to go to help him teach him how to make toilet wine on his own, because he just keeps making toilet soup, and it's not great.
Oh, mamacita.